Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Wrestling with PigHat. I'm Adam and he's Tony.
Hi.
And once again we're here to talk about this week's Raw and Smackdown, run through the card, give our opinions and the like.
Yeah. Really, really good episode of Raw this week.
Yeah, Raw was very, very good.
Yeah, really, really, really good. I couldn't take my eyes off the screen the entire time. I thought every match was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at a rundown of the card at the moment, there weren't many weak links. I mean, there's one or two matches that I didn't need to see.
Yeah.
But as a whole, they were still decent enough matches as it was. The whole show overall was good.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely worth the 3 hours that it was.
Which makes a change.
Yeah, very welcome change.
That's it. Normally I feel like it could be 2.
Yeah, I think Raw and SmackDown should probably be about the same length most of the time.
Yeah, they should either bring SmackDown up to meet length of Raw, because they could do with it maybe, or bring Raw down, because they could do with coming down. They both could work at 2 hours still.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, let's kick it off with the Women's Champion coronation.
I love this.
It was
I thought this was brilliant. Alexa Bliss is great.
She is.
That's all there is to it. She's come into her own now. She just run every face down. She took the mega piss out of Bayley. It was brilliant.
It was. I love the fact that she bumped into Nia Jax and she was like,
we're good. Me and you, we're good.
We're good. Yeah. So we've got a tag match later. Yeah, we're good. So, yeah. No, it was really, really good. I love how Bayley was like looking all upset and she just didn't want to be there.
Standing there in a Dolph Ziggler vest.
Yeah. And then Alexa Bliss starts dissing her family and that's it. She snaps. Throws her off of a podium.
Yep.
And,
good. I really enjoyed that promo.
Yeah, it was really good.
It's building Alexa Bliss up to be a really good heel champion.
Yeah, I mean, on the version I watched of it, it cut away between them all fighting in the ring and the tag match.
Yes, because of adverts. Because that's the same with what I watched as well.
So I think maybe it would have been better if they didn't do that. I think if it was like an all-out brawl and then all of a sudden the referees come out, split them up, and then they had the tag match. Yeah, it would have been better. But you know, it was still good.
It led to a 8-woman tag match, which was Bayley, Sasha Banks, Dana Brooke and Mickie James versus Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, Emma, and for some reason Alicia Fox.
Yeah.
I mean, Alicia Fox is the odd one out, honestly.
Yeah, she's on 205 Live. So
yeah, she's the everyone's girlfriend character on 205 Live.
Yeah. I didn't understand why.
It's just that they've got no one else. That is literally the entirety of their women's roster.
Yeah. I don't think... Is there anyone off that's coming back? I don't think there is. Lana's going to SmackDown.
The only other person for Raw Women's Division, but is never going to be used, is Paige.
Yeah, I think she's actually been let go.
No, she hasn't.
She hasn't?
They're keeping her until her contract runs out. Because they don't want her to go somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, no, yeah, you can stay working for her. She's had surgery, so she's technically going to be getting ready to come back, but I don't think they're ever going to use her.
Oh, right. I just saw online former women's division page.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, she must have been let go.
As far as I'm aware, they've still got her on contract, and I doubt they're going to let her go because they know she's just going to fuck off with Alberto Del Rio and just work somewhere else. They don't want that.
Yeah. The lovely couple that they are.
Oh yes,
but yeah, I can't think of anybody else that might be off that's coming back. Like I say, Lana's going to SmackDown.
Honestly, I think that's it. I think they've got the 8 women on Raw, and now that Nikki Bella has gone and Lana isn't on yet, they've got like 6 women on SmackDown.
I think Nikki Bella's supposed to be coming back
Eventually, yeah. I think she's off for a bit though.
Yeah.
But they've got like 6 women on SmackDown, that's it. So there's, what's that? That's 14 women for their women's division.
Yeah.
That is why they should have kept all the women together on one show.
Maybe they will eventually. Who knows?
Would make the most sense.
Yeah, they've abolished championships before. I'm sure they can just abolish one of the women's ones and just make a standard women's championship.
That's it. But anyway, the match itself was a good match.
Yep. I thoroughly
I like
enjoyed
the
it.
fact that Alexa Bliss just basically used Nia Jax to do all her dirty work for her.
Yep. Alexa Bliss didn't really have much ring time.
No, but that was the whole point.
Yeah.
She was going in when it worked for her and then tagging out as soon as it started to turn the other way.
Yeah, she came in right at the last second.
Yep.
But
after a big, huge scuffle breaks out.
Yeah. But it was good.
And she gets the pin on Bayley, which just furthers their feud, so...
Yeah, I'm still not quite sure on the Bayley Bliss feud. I'm kind of hoping that dies off quickly.
Bayley's got to have a rematch.
Yeah.
And then I think she'll lose to Bliss and it'll probably move on to someone else from there.
Yeah, I think Sasha Banks maybe. That'd be good.
That could work.
You beat up my friend, now I'm going to beat you up. Sort of thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that'd be good. Because she was, dissing her at Payback on the kickoff show. So
yeah, I like a lot of Bliss's promo work. I think she's come ahead really well. She's doing really good.
Mhm. Yeah, it was good. Solid match.
Yeah. So the heel team does pick up the win.
It's always nice to see a heel pick up a win every now and again.
And then we come to the sort of rematch from Payback. We have Enzo Amore versus Gallows.
Yeah. I mean, it was sort of showing off that Enzo can, go the distance and actually do a match on his own still.
Yeah, my issue with this is Gallows, the way their characters are, Gallows should have just destroyed Enzo.
Yeah.
It should never have been that hard for Gallows to win that match.
No, it should have been a quick one.
Yeah, it shouldn't have taken long. But they, for some reason, they made him struggle. It just makes Gallows look weak.
Yeah, they keep doing this though.
Yeah,
they really don't need to.
Although I did read today the match to determine the number one contender for the Raw Tag Team titles has been announced for Raw.
Yeah,
it's the Club versus Enzo and Cass versus the Golden Truth versus Sheamus and Cesaro. And I think that's it. I don't think there's another team, but it's like a big tag elimination match.
Yeah, so Sheamus and Cesaro are going to pick that up then?
Yep.
Yeah, there'd be no point.
They've got their new heel personas.
Yeah, there'd be no point in building them up the way they have to just
lose.
Give it to someone else.
Yeah. What I'm excited about is they've one of the Revival has had to have his jaw done.
Yeah.
They've announced that he'll be back in the next 6 weeks, I think it was.
Oh, nice.
So hopefully they'll start running against the Hardys or something, because the Revival are just phenomenal.
Yeah, they are. I really, really enjoy them. I didn't see much of them on NXT because I didn't really watch it, but what I've seen so far on the main roster, wow. Yeah,
they're really good, really good. I'm excited for them to come back and actually put some work in. They'll hold them belts in no time.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be very, very happy with that. So, Gallows picked up the win, I believe.
Yep.
Sorry, my mind's a bit hazy.
So, I mean, I don't remember too much. This was one of the matches that I didn't need to see.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything to stick into my mind.
No, it wasn't great. The only thing that really stuck in my mind was Enzo's bloody baseball and American football moves that he did that were just like, yeah, a bit different, I suppose.
Yeah.
But,
don't know. Enzo doesn't work as a singles competitor, in my opinion.
No, he's the take the beat in the tag team relationship. So,
he's the squishy small man.
Yeah, so Cass can come in and beat the hell out of everyone.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a right match.
Well, after that, we had Seth Rollins come out and talk about now that he's slayed the king and he's beat Joe, he wants Brock Lesnar. He wants to get that title back.
Yeah.
And you get quite a decent promo from him. I mean, it is still a bit too by-the-book face promo.
Yeah, I didn't really like it.
Which annoys me, because he's just regurgitating the same old face crap you get from everyone.
Yeah.
It don't fit right, in my opinion.
Addressing the crowd as soon as he came out, like, how you doing? It's great to be here.
Yeah, it's just too manufactured face.
Yeah.
But then he gets interrupted by your man Crush.
Yeah, Mr. Balor.
Yep, Finn Balor comes down He gives it all the large as well. And he talks about how he was able to beat Seth for the title with only one arm.
Yeah, with all his torn muscles and...
That's it. So those two sort of look at each other and they're both like, I want the title.
Yeah, I love that Balor turns around and says that he knows that Brock Lesnar has that title, but he's like,
yeah,
I don't care.
I mean, I'm looking forward to a few matches between the two of them because their match for the Universal title was really good.
Yeah,
really good.
That's cool.
But then we get Dean Ambrose come out.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, I liked his promo in this. He made a very valid point.
Yeah.
The Intercontinental title at the moment is the top title on Raw.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar's not there. He's not defending his title.
The Universal title is just a non-entity at the moment. This is what I hate about part-timers holding it, because it's not there. So now, the Intercontinental title is the main title.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Ambrose was like, if you want to be fighting over any title, you should be fighting over my title.
Yeah. And it makes sense.
It does.
It's the title that's there at the brand every week.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't always defend it, but
it's there.
He's there. He shows off. He comes out, even if it's just to do a shitty little segment.
Yeah.
He still comes out and he shows that he has that title. So, yeah, if anyone's going to go for any title, it should be that. And who had something to say about that?
Who else but The Miz? That's right. Out he comes. I mean, to be fair, once again, he cuts a good promo on this episode.
Yeah.
All four of them, Seth aside, maybe, because I just feel like he isn't used to cutting a face promo yet. But everyone else cuts a really good promo at this point. Mm-hmm. The Miz is talking about how it was him that made that belt relevant again over on SmackDown. It was him that brought prominence back to the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
And so we get everyone arguing, and Dean decides to get his phone out and call Kurt Angle.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm doing my usual air quotes here because we all know kayfabe.
Cool.
He calls Kurt Angle, but he gets a match booked for tonight, which is Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor versus The Miz to be number one contender for the Intercontinental title.
Yep.
I had to make sure I pronounced every bit of that right.
Intercontinental. Just say the IC title.
That's it. But yeah, it sets up that as your main event, and it excited me. Yeah. Because Finn Balor and Seth Rollins have both been up there for the Universal title. They're top-end talent. And now they're put into a match for the number one contendership of the IC title. It does wonders for that belt's recognition then and there, straight away.
Having two people with such... what's the word I'm looking for?
Don't know.
I've lost it.
You do not know what.
Have two really good people that like fighting going for the title.
I like fighting. I know what you mean. Yeah. They're two highly competitive wrestlers, and they're both at the top of the game. They are the top of the Raw roster at the moment. And while Brock Lesnar's out because it's Brock Lesnar, they've managed to slot him in with a title that will now that Brock Lesnar's holding that Universal title, the IC title will be the one everyone fights over for week on week, and it will be good. It will do good things for that belt. Yeah,
it's about time the IC title got some recognition anyway.
Yeah, but obviously that segment ends, and I'll just put it in now. Throughout the night, periodically, Dean Ambrose decides to go around and speak to all three of the competitors as if he was actually doing an interview. His one with Seth Rollins was probably my favourite out of the three.
Yeah, it was really funny.
That was really good. And he was like, we're going to do an interview. And Seth was like, oh, right, wait. And he's slicking back his hair and everything.
I didn't know there was going to be an interview. So why was there a camera in the room?
And at the end of everyone, he was like, give it back to you, Mean Gene. Give it back to you, Gorilla. As if he was like an old school interviewer.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed them. They were great, those little backstage bits.
Yeah, they were really, really good. I really liked the Finn Balor one.
Yeah, when he gives him the donut. Come on, eat a carb. So good. So good.
But yeah, that led on to a 6-man cruiserweight tag match.
Yep, which was Akira Tozawa, Jack Gallagher, and Rich Swann versus the Brian Kendrick, Tony Nese, and Noam Dar.
Yep. I really, really like Rich. He's just so good.
Rich Swann.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a champion for a little while.
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, I found the entrance for them a bit weird. Rich Swann come out and did his dance.
Yep.
And then Akira Tozawa come out and him and Rich Swann were doing the chants that Akira Tozawa does. And out comes Jack Gallagher with 3 umbrellas. And he gets both of them to do the kick up the umbrella onto your shoulder bit with them, and they all stroll into the ring.
Yeah, it's a bit strange, but...
Yeah, but overall, match was solid.
Oh, yeah.
Very good match.
Top quality cruiserweight action.
There was some nice headbutts flying around as well.
Oh, they're so painful.
That Tony Nese is one of the ones I was talking about where he's more power than flippy shit.
Yeah.
In the cruiserweight division.
Yeah, I could definitely see that he was sort of like the odd one out.
Yeah.
But no, it was still good regardless.
Very good match. Obviously, the face team of Tozawa, Gallagher and Swann pick up the win overall.
Yep, they do. There was one move that Rich Swann did that I really, really, really liked. It was like he jumped off of the top rope and did like a leg drop. It just looked really painful, but really cool at the same time. It was so good.
I mean, it was... I don't know, it was a good match overall. Cruiserweight stuff's normally solid anyway.
Yep, I can't fault it. Like I say, I haven't seen a bad cruiserweight match yet. I'm sure it's coming.
There will be at least one or two. If you watch 205 Live, you'll probably see a couple.
Yeah.
Because that's where they put the other cruiserweights that aren't quite at the level they want from Raw yet.
Yeah, I think I've watched 2 episodes of 205 Live, and on both of them, it was wrestlers I'd already seen.
Yeah.
So I was happy with it. So I might have to watch a little bit more.
There's a few. But after that, we get Sheamus and Cesaro. I forget their new tag name. I think it's saying like Professional Warriors or something.
Oh, they actually named themselves.
Yeah, they've actually got a name now. Something like the Professional Warriors or something like that.
Look it up.
They come down in their kilts and their jackets with the flag of their country on it. Did you notice?
Yeah. You look stupid. It was a good chant.
Sheamus has been getting chanted that ever since he come back with a mohawk and beard braids. They've been chanting at him for God knows how long.
You look stupid.
But they come down and they explain their actions.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked the reasoning for them to turn heel.
Yeah, Sheamus has had enough. You know, he's pretended to be someone
he pretended
wasn't.
to be the face, and then Cesaro flipped because of the whole thing of WrestleMania was their moment.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden the Hardys got chucked in and were just handed everything. And Cesaro's like, it's all nostalgia. Everyone wants nostalgia.
Yeah, everyone wants to look to the past, look to the future, but they don't want to look at now.
Yeah. I enjoyed their promo. It was good. And I like Sheamus' bit where he goes, well, that's just a 2 for the matter. Sorry, Truth. Sorry, Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff.
I was like, yep, I like that.
Bastard.
And then out come the Hardys.
Yeah.
Sort of giving them the old...
Bit of a long wait between Matt putting down the microphone and them doing their delete.
Yeah. A bit weirdly orchestrated.
Yeah.
But nothing really comes out of it anyway.
No.
Because the Hardys rush to the ring and Cesaro go out.
Yeah, they're just like, nah, fuck this, we're not following you right now.
Not doing that, we're heels now, we don't hang around.
Yeah. I love the fact that their new catchphrase is they don't set the bar, they are the bar, and that's what they do with their hands, where they put the thumbs. Yeah, I like that picture you sent me today of them doing that, and then underneath it was the picture of Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam as like the Men in Black from Space Jam. Yeah, it's so good. I will put it up. So good on the feed. That'll be the one picture that I put up. It'll be the one picture you put up on the video. If you make it this far into it, there's a picture, but no other pictures unless I decide to put another picture up. But that's you may put a picture up when we're talking about SmackDown. Maybe, but I'll let us know when we get to it. Maybe. Well, after that, we got the second match that I didn't really need to see. It was Apollo Crews versus Heath Slater. Yeah, I mean, it was good to see Heath Slater wrestle. Yeah, I mean, this was mainly just the thing because they're now going to start trying to push Apollo Crews and the Titus brand. Yeah. So this is match number 2 for Apollo Crews to win. Yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't a great match. Like you say, there was a couple that couldn't have, could have easily just not been on the card.
Also, this reminds me, Heath Slater and Rhino are in that tag match on Raw as well for the number 1 contendership.
Oh, I think that would be cool.
Yep.
I haven't seen Rhino wrestle for a while.
He needs to grow his beard back.
Yeah, he looks weird.
He looks like a thumb. He's got like no chin. Just looks like a thumb with a wig on.
God. Brilliant.
But anyway, this match, it was the standard Apollo Crews match. He gets his flips in.
Yeah.
Hits his finisher, picks up the win. I did like the fact that Titus went for his normal selfie and Rhino photobombed the selfie before sliding out of the ring. That was good.
They're just a comedy act, aren't they, Rhino?
Yeah, that's what they've been all along. I mean, I'm fine with it. They work well. Yeah,
I'm happy with them. So,
but I mean, if this can do something for Apollo Crews, then I'm all for these matches because Apollo Crews is a very good wrestler.
Yeah.
He just needs something to do that works.
Yeah, the crowd was silent again when he came out. It's just, no one has any interest in him at the moment.
Just because he's not been overly interesting. Even when he was in NXT, he wasn't really that interesting.
No. I mean, when he first came into WWE, like up to the main roster, people were, first couple of matches, it's like, yeah, Apollo Crews, he's cool. And then, nah.
Then nothing.
Yeah. So I'm happy to be here.
Yep.
No one cares. Go away.
Well, after that, Kurt Angle come out to give us an update on Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns.
Yep. They're currently enjoying their tour with the WWE.
The European tour, yeah.
Where they're both in casual clothes taking pictures of landscapes from what I saw
Which leads
earlier.
me to a question at the end of our Smackdown. I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
So we'll get to that, and that sparks the question.
Right, okay.
So we'll get to that when we finish, and we'll have a little discussion about that if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
But obviously Kurt Angle talks about that, and then the usual lights go out, lights come back up, Bray Wyatt. He comes out. Oh, I don't know if you've actually been introduced, Mr. Angle. I'm Bray Wyatt. Shakes his hand.
Yeah, that was a nice touch. I liked that. Bray's promo afterwards.
Yep.
It's just the same old shit, really, isn't it?
But for some reason, you really have something against the way Bray Wyatt is. That's his character.
I know, but...
That is who he's supposed to be.
But it's all... I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to say this, and then he doesn't do it. It's like...
No, but I'm hoping that putting him up to Raw will make him actually do it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he gave it all the... He gave it all the large about he's got, like, there's some false people in there and he's going to be the champion and all this, like the hero they need and all that jazz.
Mm.
And to be fair, he makes good on his word for what, in his opinion, is what he means.
Yeah.
But we'll come to that a little later. So the promo overall was not great.
No.
It was mainly used so that people would know Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns are out for now.
Yep.
And so that Bray Wyatt can have his little spiel.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt is here. Keep your eye out.
That's it. It was like they needed to also put across that he beat Randy Orton.
Yeah.
So I say beat loosely.
Yeah, the refrigerator did most of it.
And the Singh brothers and Mahal.
The refrigerator's more entertaining.
Yeah, good old refrigerator.
It's not sloppy either. Oh,
that's it. Oh. But anyway, after that, we get another very good match for the cruiserweights: Austin Aries versus TJP.
Yep, both great wrestlers.
Very good match.
I really,
really
literally like Austin Aries.
Oh, there was that great segment beforehand earlier, but with Neville and TJP. Neville was amazing.
Yep,
he was so evil. He was like comic book villain evil.
Yeah, I think that's just the style that suits him. He should.
Oh, it's just so good.
All the time.
That gets Neville rare. That gets TJP raring for their match, and he just goes out of his way to hurt Austin Aries.
Yeah, he's really, really brutal.
Oh yeah,
it's a definite new side to TJP. I like the way he's dropped his Perkins from his name, and he's literally just TJP now. So
I like it as TJP.
Yeah, he's like rebranded himself, and this is like his heel name and his heel attitude in the ring.
My only issue is his music doesn't work for a heel character.
No, it's really cool music though.
Oh yeah, but it's really upbeat and face.
Yeah, well, it's a video game.
Yeah,
maybe he'll change it. Maybe it'll be like a boss battle theme.
Just takes it from Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah,
but it was overall a very good match. TJP showed a very, very wicked side.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Aries got abused. That knee bar did not look fun.
No, nothing to do with his knee looked fun.
No, it was all very, very mean. Because I think we're going to get another Neville Aries rematch, but I think we're probably going to get a triple threat with TJP in it as well now.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
And that's when TJP and Neville will butt heads.
Yeah, that'd be very interesting. I don't think TJP's going to take much more shit from us, from Neville.
No, I mean, I want Neville to carry on as he is though, because that little segment he did with TJP, he was just so menacing.
Mm.
It was so good. But obviously, Austin Aries picks up the win.
Yep.
Although he takes massive damage for it.
Yep. And a little bit of a beating at the end as well.
Like I said, that knee bar, just not fun. He was screaming.
Yeah. Oh, gives me shivers.
Yeah. But after that, which was a very solid match, we got the main event.
Oh, what a match.
Which was Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins versus The Miz, number one contendership for the IC title. And what a fucking match it was.
It was just like everything that could have happened.
People say, and I mean, I'm one of them, The Miz can't wrestle. He's not good at wrestling. But he was good as well.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I mean,
love the fact
all
that
three of them put in work and they did some great spots in that match.
Yeah, I love the fact that The Miz at the beginning of the match was like, no, you two fight. I'm gonna sit out here, which was good. I enjoyed the fact that it was just Balor and Rollins fighting for a little while. And then The Miz thought he'd get involved to break up the pinfall, and they were just like, nah.
Not having that. That's it. And it was a solid match. It was so enjoyable. This is what the IC title needs. Two people like Seth Rollins and Finn Balor of that calibre fighting for a chance to go for that title. Just watching that match felt like it was a number one contender match for the Universal title.
Yeah, it was like everything was on the line and they all wanted it. It was so bad.
Good.
Yeah, I thought Rollins was going to pick up the win so many times.
I fully expected Rollins to be the one to pick up. I thought they were going to do a little mini feud between him and Ambrose again.
Yeah.
But obviously, they're outside the ring and Rollins gets blindsided by Joe.
Yep. Says he's not done with him yet, so we're going to get some more Joe Rollins stuff.
Which, to be fair, I fully expect. In a way, I in my head, I knew it was going to come at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really end on a, like a closer at Payback. Even though
that's their first match.
Yeah,
they've got to have a second one, and if Joe wins that, they'll have their squash match.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all to be done, but obviously, so that takes Rollins out of it. And Miz tries to take advantage of Finn Balor, but Finn Balor gets him, running drop kick, all the usual jazz.
Yep, goes.
And he gets up the top for the coup de grace.
Yep, and darkness.
Just all you see is the little bits in a map, and then Bray Wyatt's there. So this isn't. I predicted wrong when I'd read that they were going to switch the feuds up, and it looks like Bray Wyatt is going after Finn Balor.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good feud.
That's it. He comes in. He's Sister Abigail's Finn Balor, and it looked like quite a mean-looking Sister Abigail as well.
Yeah.
Balor sold the shit out of that, and the Miz manages to pick up the win.
Yep.
So he's now the number one contender.
Yeah, I think it was a good move. I think the Miz should take the IC title back.
Yeah, I think so. There's a lot more good faces on the Raw roster to go against him than there is heels to go against Ambrose.
Yeah. I think Ambrose was just like a place set up for the time, and then just
transitional champion.
Nothing really happened, so he kind of like kept it.
Yeah. I mean, I can see the Miz winning it at whatever the next one is for them. I think it's Extreme Rules.
I don't know. I'll tell you what, we always say that we don't know what the next pay-per-view is. I'm going to look up the order of the pay-per-views.
Well, it's definitely Backlash for SmackDown next.
Yep.
I think Raw's is Extreme Rules. And I think the next SmackDown exclusive is Money in the Bank, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be one of the big four coming up soon. Where are we? Should have SummerSlam soon.
Right. So, we've got... Backlash is May 21st.
Mm-hmm.
Extreme Rules is June 4th.
Yep.
Money in the Bank is June 18th.
I've been right so far.
July 9th is Great Balls of Fire.
Oh, fuck yeah, that was another thing I was going to bring up. What a shitty name for a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just terrible.
According to this Wikipedia page, Brock Lesnar is defending the Universal title at that.
Great Balls?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll probably be when he defends it against Braun Strowman, I would imagine.
Yeah. Then on July 23rd, you've got Battleground.
Mm-hmm. August
20th is SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm. God, August. I didn't realise it was that late in the year.
Yeah, and then there's a big break between SummerSlam and Survivor Series, which is on November 19th.
They'll have more in between, but they probably just haven't announced them, because the thing is, they've used all their normal names for pay-per-views.
Yeah.
So they've got to think up new ones.
Yeah, and then...
So we'll get more in there.
January 28th, you got the Rumble.
Yep.
And then April 8th, we're back in New Orleans for WrestleMania 34.
Sweet. Okay. So at least we know what the next couple of pay-per-views are.
Yeah, so you got Backlash, Extreme Rules, Money in the Bank, Great Balls of Fire.
Okay, yeah. So that should work then. But yeah, I mean, I can see The Miz winning it at Extreme Rules and holding it for a while. By the way, I've once again seen more reports that Brock Lesnar's reported to be holding the title until WrestleMania. I know.
I don't... Why? Just, sod Brock Lesnar off and get someone in.
He's too big a draw. That's the unfortunate issue.
But he doesn't wrestle, and it's boring.
He gets paid more than most other people as well.
He doesn't wrestle. And when he does, it's really quick and shit.
Yep, I know what you mean. But anyway, so that was Raw. Yep. It ended well with a very, very good match.
Yep.
Overall, a very solid episode. I really enjoyed Raw.
Yeah, I really hope they keep it up for this week's.
Yep.
And I'm really hoping that SmackDown sort of takes that sort of turn as well.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to wait and see with SmackDown. And maybe after Backlash, it might pick up a bit more. But
I mean, SmackDown, it was okay. Didn't have that many great matches overall on it.
No, I mean, I think the first... Well, we'll start with the Y2J promo.
Yep, so Jericho comes out. Welcome to the show of Jericho. Smack it down, man. I fucking love Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho
This new run has just been so good.
Yeah, people are saying it's like his best run yet.
It really is. I can wholeheartedly agree, because he's just having fun.
Yeah. He's just, he's getting older, and he knows that he can either be a heel or he can be a face, and the crowd...
He can do what the fuck he likes, basically.
The crowd are going to just lap it up.
I suppose we should probably mention what happened before this. You had a little video bit of Jinder Mahal getting photos with the belt.
Yeah.
Which I loved. He was like, yeah, get my good side. It was like, yeah, he stole it, but he's already getting photos done.
Yeah.
And Shane McMahon comes out and takes the belt and says he's going to hand it back to
Randy Orton,
the rightful champion. Yeah, so that happens. And then we get Shane McMahon out of the front to call out Jericho, the newest addition to SmackDown.
Yep. But things didn't quite go to plan.
No, because the greatest wrestler in history comes out. Mr. I've just bought your new T-shirt, sir.
Yeah, AJ Styles, if you're watching, Adam's bought your T-shirt and he's going to sleep in it every day.
I'm gonna wear it when my child's born. He comes out and they have a back and forth. He gets in this is the house that AJ Styles built. He's just so good.
Yeah.
On the mic and everything, but they have their back and forth because obviously Styles is number one contender. But then out comes the face of America, Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
He gives it all a larger on the ramp. Obviously about how he gets a rematch, basically.
Yeah, and AJ's like, nah, man.
I'm having none of this.
Nah,
Shoots
man.
out. They have a rumble on the ramp.
And I love how Shane O'Mac's like, break it up. Come on, stop it. And all you can hear is Jericho in the background going, no, let them fight.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, I love Jericho. But so that it's determined that obviously Owens, at the end of the night, is going to get his rematch against Jericho for the title.
Yep.
So we've got that to look forward to all through the show. And obviously from watching Payback, we know how good they can put on a match. So to have that title match at the end of SmackDown is just going to be great anyway.
Yeah, it was a good thing to announce at the beginning of SmackDown, having that as
it kept
the main
everyone
event.
hyped through the rest of the show.
Yeah, because no matter what happened,
because after this we got Jinder Mahal versus the unluckiest man in the WWE, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I still think it's stupid putting Jinder Mahal, the number one contender for the WWE title, in the opening match on SmackDown.
My issue is that as soon as you found out his opponent was Sami Zayn, you knew Mahal was winning.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately that is what Sami Zayn does now.
Yeah, he looks fed up with it as well. I mean, you can see...
He's got to be. He was so... In NXT, he was used so well.
You can see it in his face when he gets in the ring. He's just like...
This again.
Yeah.
Did you see the elbow that rocked him, though?
Yeah, that was...
It was rough. It was rough looking.
Someone needs to say something to Jinder Mahal because...
It's them elbows. He can cuss Finn Balor with an elbow.
Yeah, it's... why does he have to be so rough? Yeah, he's a heel. He's meant to, make it look like he's actually trying to hurt someone. But you don't actually have to hurt someone while doing it. Be a bit more professional about it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, to be fair, Sami Zayn only lost due to the interference of the Singh brothers.
Again.
Because he was doing well. He was on a run.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They're building Mahal up as the type of heel that only wins due to help.
Yeah.
Which ain't a bad thing, because we haven't had many heels like that in a long time.
No, but I still think, it's crap.
Yeah.
It's just all crap.
The match wasn't great. Mahal picked up the win.
Yeah.
We then got the newly singles competitor Aiden English.
The artiste.
Yeah. Yeah.
As he wants to be called, versus the Perfect 10.
Yeah, I mean, I like Ty Dillinger.
Yep.
I curse the fact that he's the Perfect 10 because people chanting 10 has ruined anything to do with counting in the WWE forever.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I wanted to ask you. What's this whole 1, 2, 3 business where they go all high-pitched on the 3? Where did that come from?
What do you mean?
Have you not heard the crowd do it? The ref counts as 1, 2, and then if it's a kick out, they go 3.
Don't know. I didn't notice it.
Have you not noticed that? You need to go back and watch every single wrestling event since WrestleMania. They've done it every fucking time.
The thing I hate is when the ref's counting out. Because Ty Dillinger's so popular, he'll be counting his normal numbers and all the crowd is saying 10 for everything.
Yeah.
It just makes me angry. I mean, I like Ty Dillinger. Overall, not a great match.
No.
Yeah.
Aiden English breaking down a little bit in the ring afterwards.
Yeah, having a cry. And then obviously he had his backstage segment with Jericho as well.
Was brilliant.
Yeah, he was having a cry. Jericho was like, don't cry. But you know what happens when you're crying? You just made the list. So good.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And then he puts Renee Young on the list as well, but he calls her... What does he call her?
I can't remember. He just puts her on there for no reason, though.
Yeah, so, you know what? You just made the list too.
So good.
What did I do? And then Aiden English starts crying again. That was like the best thing that happened to Aiden English the entire show.
Yeah. He's not going to last long, I don't think. Not singles.
Nah, he'll probably go back down to NXT.
Maybe. Or they'll just stick him in a random tag team and he'll just get destroyed all the time.
Yeah.
But after that, you had a segment with the welcoming committee talking to Becky Lynch.
Yep.
Asking whether she was going to be on their side or not.
I mean, she may have said, you know what, I didn't think of it like that. I'll think about it. But you just knew that she wasn't having any of that shit.
Yeah. because obviously she says I'll have a think about it, because obviously you've got the match coming up, Charlotte and Naomi versus Natalya and Carmella. But before that, you have the welcoming committee jumping Charlotte.
Yeah, injuring her ribs.
Stomping 10 shades of shit out of her.
Yeah.
So Naomi comes out on her own, and it's 2v1.
I think Naomi put up a good fight on her own.
Yeah.
She is a great wrestler.
She is very good. I mean, and then Charlotte comes out, and to my God, does she get a pop?
Yeah,
they've worked this face turn since joining SmackDown for Charlotte to perfection.
Yeah, it's just going to be amazing having her.
Considering
as a face.
how much of a heel she was on Raw, they've moved her to SmackDown and made her a face so easily, and it's gone so well.
Yeah,
she comes out. They both put on a good old fight, but in the end, the welcoming committee pick up the win.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with, because it keeps the other 3 women, those 3 women, all looking good. They all look like viable contenders still. And then they're beating the shit out of Charlotte and Naomi, and Becky Lynch comes out.
Yeah, she's like, I'm in.
She's hugging them all. She gets to James fucking Ellsworth.
Yeah, it's like, no, we hug. We hug. We don't shake hands. And then she throws him into the other girls.
And then a big rumble breaks out.
Yeah, but the welcoming committee still get the upper hand. They beat down Becky Lynch.
I'm fine with it, because, as I said, at Backlash, we won't have a women's title match. We'll have a 6-way tag.
Yeah.
And it'll be the welcoming committee versus the other 3.
Yeah, it'll be a good match.
Yeah, it should be good.
They're really good wrestlers. I mean, Carmella's not great.
Not strongest. Tamina's not great neither overall.
No. I mean, Natty is... always been great in the ring. Charlotte's great, Naomi's great, Becky Lynch is amazing. So
Becky Lynch is my life.
So yeah, be good.
But yeah, and then you get more promo for Shinsuke Nakamura at Backlash, because he's their big thing for Backlash.
Yeah, they won't show him off until then.
And it flicks to Ziggler standing there talking, going on about it. Why is he getting all this attention when he's never even wrestled a match for us, and I'm here doing everything, and Shane McMahon comes along.
Yeah.
Ziggler's like, well, you just watch. You watch what I do to Sin Cara, and then he buggers off.
Yeah. I think that promo was actually before before Charlotte and Naomi.
Was it?
Yeah.
I knew it was one way round. But yeah, that happened.
Yep, and then we get
Ziggles versus
Sin Cara.
Yep, good old Zigglypuff.
Zigglypuff.
Oh, yes. I mean, overall, not a bad match. Sin Cara's put on some weight.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Is it the same wrestler? Have they got?
Yeah, I think it is the same wrestler. He's just put on a bit of weight.
Yeah. Still doing the whole lucha.
Yeah, even though it's not part of the Lucha Dragons anymore.
No, but then Kalisto, yeah, did the same thing with his entrance when he was against Braun Strowman. So,
I don't know. I mean, Sin Cara never really rang any bells for me. The matches are very standard affair. Ziggler pulls out the win with a super kick. It's just how he ends matches now. Yeah,
he's the new Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, pretty much. He even did the fall down onto him afterwards. But he picks up the win, which keeps him looking relatively strong for the feud with Shinsuke that's going to come. Yeah, that'd be really good. Like I say, I've not seen anything of Shinsuke Nakamura, so him and Ziggler should put on a bloody good match. Really once you've watched Nakamura's debut, go back and watch his debut on NXT, where it was him versus Sami Zayn. Okay. Such a good match. It was like a match of the year contender. Cool. I'll make a note right now. So good. Right. Sweet. I'll check that out after Backlash then. I'm really interested in Shinsuke because I haven't seen anything. And I don't want to watch anything until that match at Backlash because I want to be in awe. Yeah. So. It's worth it. Yeah. But and then after that we had the Fashion Files. Yeah, I mean, I liked it. They're doing something with them. Yeah, it's funny. I like the fact that they had all the other wrestlers pinned up on the board behind them. Yeah, and it had like crosses for the Ascension and that because he was doing the paperwork for it. Yeah, I like it. It was good. I mean, they were calling out the Usos, which it was a good segment, I suppose. It was funny. It was something different. Yeah, it did something to make them slightly relevant going into their match at Backlash.
Yeah. But, yeah, funny little 2-minute segment.
Yeah.
Didn't really
Just to break it up in between Ziggles and the main event.
Ziggles.
Yeah, Ziggles. Which was the match everyone was waiting for anyway, Jericho versus Owens.
Yep.
And...
strong match.
Oh, stellar match. You knew it would be. These two have put on an amazing match already. You knew it was in their calibre to do it.
Yeah, I didn't know how it was going to go really from the match at Payback. I didn't know if it was going to be a bit slower.
Yeah.
Or if Kevin Owens was literally just going to go all out and beat the living crap out of Y2J. But I was pleasantly surprised. There was a lot of back and forth. Jericho looked like he was going to win a few times.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just a great match.
But it went into Jericho sliding outside the ring and meeting one hell of a super kick to the face.
Oh, yeah. And then he got a DDT on the
straight
ramp.
on the concrete, yep, and it was pretty much academic at that point.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens hits a pop-up powerbomb, 1, 2, 3, picks up the win. Like I said on our Payback predictions, won it on SmackDown. It was purely a transitional thing.
Yeah. Just, it gets him onto SmackDown, so, he probably wanted a bit of a change. They didn't do it in the Superstar Shake-Up because of the match. So it was just like, well, yeah, he's on SmackDown now. He's going off with Fozzy to do a tour.
But when he comes back, if he does, he'll come back to SmackDown, which is what they wanted overall, I think.
Yeah.
But obviously, Kevin Owens wasn't done there. He hit another pop-up powerbomb, went for a third, but Jericho just collapsed mid-run, which I liked. That was a great touch.
Yeah.
And then he buggers off up the ramp, and Jericho's getting helped out.
Yeah, he's he looks like he's in a lot of pain.
Oh yeah, and then
can't walk.
Out comes Owens again. Rags on him, puts a chair over his head, and just rams him chair first into the turnbuckle.
It looked so painful. He split his mouth open doing it.
Yeah.
It
was brutal. It was what Kevin Owens needed to do to end this feud.
Yeah.
He needed to come out of this as a fucking monster.
Yeah. Just imagining that chair shot again.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so painful.
Yeah. But it was a great way to end the show.
Yeah, definitely.
It set Owens up because Owens is going to go against AJ now, and we're going to get the match that I wanted. So I'm happy.
It will be really, really good.
Oh, yes.
So that was SmackDown.
Overall, another good episode. I think Raw pegged it slightly this week. I think it was just mainly down to that main event on Raw.
Yeah.
It was just so good. But obviously there was a dark match on SmackDown after 205 Live.
Was there?
It was Randy Orton, AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jinder Mahal, Dolph Ziggler and Eric Rowan.
Oh.
And the faces picked up the win.
Mm.
So Orton, Styles and Nakamura. But I wish I'd seen that match.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
That was a dark match that they had on after 205 Live.
Why do they do it? Why can't they just record it and then put it up as like a little extra?
Dunno. It's meant to be a treat for people that are there, I suppose. But yeah, so I mean, they're getting Nakamura to fight every week.
Yeah.
So he's not going to get like ring rust or anything. He's competing every week. They're just doing it dark matches.
Yeah. Which
I'm happy for. I mean, it sounded like it was a good match. AJ and Nakamura working together.
Yeah.
AJ had an interview recently, and they asked him about Nakamura.
Mm-hmm.
He said, like, at the moment, we're not in the way, but at some point we will come face to face when we're after the same thing, and then we'll just have to see how it goes. I'm just like, yes, those two for the title will be magical.
Yeah, I'll see what Shinsuke's like when he fights at Backlash, and then I'm sure
and then
I'll
I will
agree
just
with
give
you.
you loads of Nakamura stuff to go back and watch.
Yep. Okay.
Because there's great stuff. Before we close up, because we've actually done this in quite a good time this week.
Yeah, it's under an hour.
That's it. It'll probably be just over by the time I finish this. But the Roman Reigns Braun Strowman thing on the Europe tour,
mm-hmm.
a lot of people are going crazy because it's like, oh, they're meant to be enemies. They're meant to be injured. Why are they doing this? Why are they taking photos together?
Broke kayfabe.
Yeah. My question is, in this day and age of social media and everyone knowing that wrestling isn't real, is kayfabe really a thing anymore? In your opinion?
I mean, I'm not bothered if stuff like that is posted on social media at all. I mean, especially with the bringing of Total Divas to the world, you saw that the women were, they were all friends behind the scenes. And I know that Natalia and Nikki Bella had a bit of a feud while they were actually filming that. And you saw them, talking, going out on holiday together, drinking and stuff. So, it's a thing. You know that in the ring, on TV, they can have rivalries and they can hate each other. But it's a job. And they're acting. And outside of the ring, they can do these things. And if it gets posted to social media, it's going on. Yeah. Why get so all shitty about it?
Yeah, my take on it is kayfabe when they're working. So kayfabe is alive and well when they're in the ring, when they're interviewing, when they're doing all that stuff. Even if they go on talk shows, kayfabe is alive.
Yeah.
The issue is social media should be fair game. They can just be themselves, photos and all alike. But they still use social media to promote feuds.
Yeah.
So they're still blurring the lines. So if they sort of need to... One thing they could do, because I was watching the latest episode of Going in Raw, where they talked about this, and Steve said... He made a good point. He said, like, what they need to do is they need to start... If they want a feud to stay kayfabe all the time, they need to talk to the two talent involved and tell them to just stay away from each other on tours and everything.
Yeah.
Because the way it is nowadays, kayfabe can't be kept alive outside the ring because people will take photos, people will post on social media. So if they really want the feud to feel real, they need to start telling the talent that are involved to just not go out together. Otherwise, they need to stop using social media as a tool to push feuds.
Yeah.
Like getting wrestlers to tweet about it, about who they're going to get revenge on and that, because as soon as they do that, they're still trying too hard to keep kayfabe alive where it shouldn't be. But I don't know, it's one of them things. For a while now, kayfabe has been slowly declining anywhere but in the ring.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it because, like I say, at the end of the day, it's not real. So
that's the thing. I'm an adult. I understand that. Just because they hate each other in the ring and they beat shit out of each other in matches, they're not like that in actual life.
No. I think it was a documentary about Mick Foley I watched years
Beyond the Mat.
Yeah, years and years and years ago. And it showed him showing up at an event with his kids, and like Triple H stopped him and he was talking to him and he was shaking his hand and saying hello to his kids, and then Steve Austin came out and all three of them were talking at the same time. And I think Austin and Triple H had a massive feud at the time. So it was just like, I saw that as a kid. I knew they were all friends.
That's it. I mean,
it killed me a little bit inside as a kid to know that, it was all fake.
And back then they didn't openly shout about it not being real. Yeah. Whereas nowadays they just outright say it's sports entertainment, it is not real.
Yeah.
So people getting shitty about the breaking of kayfabe really shouldn't, because they don't actively push kayfabe anymore.
Yeah. I mean, Taker broke kayfabe at WrestleMania.
Yep.
No one really was bothered
Walked
about
up
that.
And kissed his wife.
Yeah, no one was bothered about that. So don't get shitty about a picture you see on social media.
Yeah, if two guys having a photo taken while they're basically on holiday.
Yeah. Yeah. Can they not have a holiday?
Yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to see your opinion on the whole kayfabe thing anyway.
Yeah, now I'm nearly a 30-year-old man. I don't care.
Yeah, that's it. I just want to enjoy the product for what it is. I don't mind what they do when they're not in the middle of a ring punching each other in the face.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy the stuff outside of the ring as well. I enjoy seeing what they get up to. I enjoy, everything that goes into putting on the show. This is why I like Divas, because you see behind the scenes.
That's why I think you'd like Breaking Ground as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I shall check that out.
I quite like the table for threes, depending who's on them.
Yeah, there was one recently that I wanted to watch.
I want to watch the Edge, Christian and Kurt Angle one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's the one I want to watch. It's meant to be good.
Yeah, because they were like, we started the You Suck chant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we'll watch that.
It does look very, very good.
Ride Along's really good as well.
Yeah.
So I still need to find that Gallows and Anderson one where they've got the cutouts of AJ and Finn in the back to send to you. Oh, it's hilarious.
So that's us for this week, Raw and SmackDown.
Yep.
We'll be back with you next week, and we'll be talking about all the goings-ons and the good and the bad that's sure to come with it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening again, guys.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in to Wrestling with PigHat. As usual, I'm Adam. He's Tony.
Yeah.
Got it right this time.
You did.
That's it. And we'll catch you next time.
Yeah. See you next time.
Speak to you later. Bye.
Bye.